Hello and welcome to another episode of Northside Now. This is the podcast where we take you on a tour through all of the ministries and the latest happenings around Northside Church to keep you better connected with your church family. My name is Patrick, and with me as always are my co-hosts, Glenn Miller and Kevin Bryant.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
I'm thankful for you too.
I'm thankful for you too.
Too.
As well.
Also as well.
I'm over here just drinking my Christmas Coca-Cola Zero.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's so good.
How you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Eating some Tyson ground beef to go with it?
For now. Yeah, recalls are a part of our life, you know.
Yeah, I don't
remember there being a whole lot of recall when we bought our ham for the next door neighbor and, the eggs from down the street.
Hey,
they never
pig.
said, don't eat that stuff.
Don't eat that pig. It was in the dirt yesterday.
But yeah, as we get closer to Thanksgiving, if you are buying the Coke Zero
Christmas package,
the Christmas with the Santa Claus on it,
yeah,
be careful because apparently there's been a recall on that.
Man,
oof,
and it's super vague. It's like this may be harmful to some people, and that's like all the information they're giving you.
What am I going to drink with my half of a chocolate pie that I'm going to eat on Thursday?
I don't know.
Ooh. Now, what kind of chocolate pie is this? Like a chocolate chess or a chocolate cream pie?
Cream. That's my grandmother's.
With the meringue on the top?
Yeah.
Why are you stopping at half?
Well, because Summer has perfected her recipe, my grandmother's recipe.
Yeah.
And she can make them just like my grandmother could, my mom could. And so that's one part of life that just continues on, You know how some traditions stop because somebody can't do it anymore, they've died off, but that one carries on.
Yeah.
Now, if Summer could figure out how to do her sweet pickles, we'd be in business. So it's not a French silk, but it's kind of that cream pie thing, but it's good stuff.
I'm hungry now.
I remember growing up with the traditional potluck dinners at church. Mm-hmm. There would always be the chocolate cream pie. There'd be a banana cream pie. There'd be lemon meringue. And I was always fascinated with the white stuff on top.
Yeah.
That would kind of, if it had been in like the fridge too long, it would slide off the pie slice a little bit.
If you get it just right and get that little, like that little honey drop on there.
Yeah.
And that's, no.
I'm dreaming about pie.
You would think after the all church breakfast we'd be done. We'd be.
But things like that, when people cook like that, that's not like just following a recipe. That's artistry.
Yeah.
You just can't make that happen because you follow a recipe.
Well, and I think baking in general is artistry because if you don't get proportions right and all that, it's a very chemical process.
Yeah.
And you got to get it right.
Yeah.
Got to get it right.
You got to whip those eggs.
That's right.
Speaking of chemical process, did you hear? Next year, we might be able to eat our Thanksgiving dinner grown in a lab.
Oh, man. Thank goodness, because it takes so much time to put that stuff together.
I know, right? Well, no, apparently the FDA has approved a chicken, what did they?
Engineered chicken product?
An engineered chicken product as safe to eat. So apparently that's a big milestone for the lab-grown meat industry.
And I liked your comment, Glenn. I mean, isn't Spam already
really.
lab-grown?
Well, that's as bad as the guy who did the TikTok walking around a grocery store with a bow and arrow, just shooting arrows and like to a loaf of bread and like a ham and all this stuff. And so
going back to his hunter-gatherer roots.
But in the grocery store, and that's really funny. Yeah, I don't know, dude. In a lab.
Yeah.
Chicken fingers.
It's weird.
How do they find chickens with fingers anyways?
That's a good question.
Here's the thing that really bothers me. I know we've mentioned this before, but I'm just hung up on it is that, okay, so maybe it's safe to eat, like you can consume it and not immediately die, right? There is something to that.
Yeah.
But what about the long-term effects?
Oh, yeah.
And no offense to any laboratory scientists that are working on GMO stuff to help hungry people all around the world because you have crops that can grow better in bad conditions. But we don't know the long-term effects of those kinds of things. I think the more we get off of or away from things grown where we know where they're grown, it's just a big question mark. And I'm not sure. I mean, I know I eat things that I don't know where it came from, obviously.
Well, and some of it they have to do because we hit another milestone just recently.
What's that?
the world population crossed over the $8 billion the 8 billion person population.
$8 billion is what it costs to do Thanksgiving dinner this year.
Yeah.
but I wonder this question, because Artemis just launched. You know, the unmanned Artemis just launched. We've been so excited for that. We all got to watch it. That was exciting.
Yay.
So that was fun. But, you know, the Artemis, I don't know if people realize this because Kevin's mentioned it, but I don't know if they realize it. You know, that's not just going to the moon and hanging out, and they're going to be building like buildings, and it's going to be like a colony up there.
Right.
So I guess if you want chicken fingers and you're on the moon colony or whatever it's going to be called, that would work.
Yeah. You can't
better than trying to keep a chicken alive on the moon.
You can't farm chickens.
Although, I mean, you know about this, Glenn, MREs and stuff like that.
Freeze dry stuff. But, you know,
I thought astronauts only ate like toothpaste.
And Tang.
And Tang.
And how long? I mean, I guess I don't know. Are they doing it for the space thing? Is that why we're doing this? Are we doing it just because we can?
Are you talking about the growing?
Yeah, the growing the meat.
I think a lot of it is also to
cut down on methane.
Well, and to all the animal cruelty stuff and trying to be environmentally conscious and all that kind of stuff as well.
I got to believe that some of it, though, is just to push forward science and do it because we can. Somebody needs a thesis project.
I'm sure somebody out there's like, I bet I could do that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Watch me.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's how most ER visits start.
Yeah, watch me do this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good luck to them. I don't think I will be eating of that very soon. But
soon.
I have tried lots of really bizarre things in my life, so I would probably try it.
Well, what about like beef jerky?
I mean, again, it's kind of like Spam. I mean, it's not like...
I mean, it comes from real meat, I guess, but...
It is meat. It's just dried out.
But it's got a lot of other stuff in it.
And it's got preservatives and...
starches and, gluten probably and, all those things. So... if it's presented like that,
I don't know what gluten is, but I'm pretty sure it's like my favorite food.
It's a part
because like everything I love has gluten in it. So
I think it's a part of the wheat seed component of the wheat seed.
Yeah, something to do with
so anything with wheat in it potentially has gluten.
I've watched enough baking shows that they like pull on the dough to see if the gluten or whatever is right. And I don't know.
I'm sure someone listening can tell us exactly what gluten is. We should know this.
We have a whole bread ministry now. We should.
Right. We need to get them.
You know what? I need to. Yeah, we can ask them all about some gluten.
Can we have tasting?
Oh,
sampling.
Honestly, isn't it gluten free?
I have no idea.
I think communion bread is.
Yeah, the communion bread's gluten free.
These are some hard hitting questions that we could ask.
We do. We need to get them in here. So after Thanksgiving, we got to figure that out. We got to get the gluten free bread makers in here.
Hey, I got an idea.
Maybe they'll bring some in.
They could be a guest for
the Great Northside Bake Off.
Oh, for the 100th. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do we need some people from the UK though? I mean, all those baking shows have someone from the UK.
Yeah.
To make it sound more official.
Of course, yeah. Just elevate it.
It's funny that I feel like Americans are somewhat enamored by a British accent.
Oh, totally. And Australian.
Ultimately where we, rebelled against.
I blame Hollywood. Because they always put like the British people in like positions of authority and things. So people associate the British accent with like intelligence and status and all this.
Yeah. And it's so funny to me that the British accent is, you could pick 5 people out of a room and they would say, well, that's British, but they're maybe from Scotland or Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
All over the place.
There's different dialects over there. Just
for
like
sure.
Here. I mean, because you've got, your higher British, but you've got like
exactly
a Cockney accent or, you know, some of those.
They know all the accents.
Yeah.
And they know where you're from based on your accent.
Right.
And wasn't a thing here just a few years ago where all the little American kids were Peppa the Pig? They were watching that show so much, and they were going to like daycares talking British, and people were
Mommy,
like,
Daddy.
Yeah, people were getting all upset about it, I
think it's hilarious.
I do too.
It is kind of funny.
I think that's great.
Oh, yeah, the old British.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We've had elections.
Yeah.
I think are done.
Yeah.
We've had blizzards and snowstorms up north.
Yeah.
We've had late hurricanes. It's been kind of a crazy year. It's not quite done yet, obviously, but I'm already looking ahead to the top 10 best stories for 2022.
Are you ready for 2022 to end?
I don't know. I usually try not to rush things too much.
Yeah.
I live in the moment a bit, but
I'm kind of ready for 23.
I'm ready for something else.
I struggle with this because I love holidays so much and I like the festivity and all that kind of stuff. But also working in a church, this is like the busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of added stress between all of, your regular holiday activities plus adding the work. So there's like a part of me that wants to like be here all the time. And then there's another part of me that's just like, all right, let's hurry up and get this over with.
Yeah.
Well, this year will be awesome.
January,
for you.
I can sleep a little bit.
You've got an additional family member to spend it with, and that'll be fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
We're excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the holidays are fun with kids. In fact, kids are what make the holidays really cool.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. Actually, as we're recording this, I'll get to go watch my grandson do his first Thanksgiving program.
Wow.
Tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow as we're recording this. And so I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a new adventure.
Is he going to be like a turkey?
He's a pumpkin. He's a pumpkin. And they are doing a turkey song.
That's fantastic.
I'm not real sure if he's a turkey, if he does changes. I don't know if there's a wardrobe change or what. But I do know he's a pumpkin, at least for part of it. So
that'll be great.
So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there will be pictures and videos taken to remember the time.
To blackmail him when he's older.
But the fun thing is, and this you'll find this with Autumn, is Clay was not a super. And the girls were okay with Santa, I think, but Clay last year,
I remember the pictures.
No, he was not. But Clay watches Christmas stuff year round.
Really?
He's a Christmas kid. He loves Christmas, and so this year, I think he's figured it out. I think he's kind of got a little bit of idea. There's presents, and he's all about. So he's a little friendlier to Santa. A Santa things this year so far. Now he's not seen one face to face yet this year, but on TV and stuff, he's like Santa.
Well, I think I said it last year. The big white beard is intimidating. You might get lost in there or something.
Was he around a lot of people with beards when he was?
Well, he was around quite a few, but Barbie's dad has a white beard.
Okay.
And after his Santa thing, he would always, it took him a while.
Really?
It was until later in the summer that he really started warming up to Barbie's dad because he would look at him like, with that Clay look.
Yeah. Because I wonder with Autumn sometimes, because it's like, I have a beard. Yeah. So every time I hold her, it's almost like a safety thing. She just
grabs it.
Hold it. Like, it doesn't matter. I can be holding her.
Don't drop
me. She just puts her hand in my beard. And that's kind of like a safety thing for her. So I'm just wondering if growing up like that, if a big white beard would be intimidating or if she'd just reach up and grab it.
Probably.
I don't know.
Summer used to twirl Barbie's hair. I think Celeste did too. When she was rocking them and stuff, that she would lay there and just twirl her hair. Does she ever twirl your beard?
Sometimes she just kind of.
Yeah. That's funny. Maybe that's just stimulated.
Maybe
we'll have to get Barbie in here. She can tell you about all that stuff. But that's pretty interesting what little kids do.
Well, speaking of Christmas, did y'all see that they're making a sequel to A Christmas Story? It's called A Christmas Story Christmas.
Really?
And it's got like the original kids in it, all grown up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it about them or are they just cameoing?
It's about them. No, it's about them growing up. Like Peter Billingsley, the kid, I think is his name.
Yeah.
He is like the main character in the movie.
And didn't he come back home or something and everybody's there? Yeah. I think I've seen a little something about that.
The dude is still stuck to the pole.
But even like his, it's, they talk
later.
about that and he even's like, at one point he like triple dog dares him in the trailer to do something. And I'm like, it's the same kids, but they're all grown up. So,
oh, wow.
I don't know. That movie tends to be a little divisive among people. People either really love it or really don't. So
I never watched it as a kid. I only did as an adult because we didn't see it for whatever reason.
And it didn't come out till late 80s.
Something like that, yeah.
Late 80s or something like that. But it's like you think it came out like in the 70s
because that's
60s or something.
The feel of it for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it felt like all of a sudden it was around forever. And then all of a sudden it came out in, I want to say like 82.
It came out in 1983.
83,
wow.
yeah.
So put that on your
watch list
for this holiday season.
Well, and the Hallmark movies are already in the GAC and great.
I was fixing to say, didn't Hallmark
controversy about all the different? There's 2 or 3 different Christmas movie channels now.
Yeah, because
Candace Bure,
from Full House.
Yeah,
My Lanta.
Yeah. Decided to cause a rift in the Hallmark movie industry.
But we're not watching them as much this year, as we haven't really gotten into anything like that yet. We just don't watch TV as much as we used to, I don't think.
My dad will just turn on Hallmark movies and just leave them on all Christmas.
Yeah.
My dad's a big softie.
We just don't seem to be watching TV as much.
Plays keeping you busy.
That and just pickleball here at the church.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I heard you were
Oh my goodness.
the floor was getting wiped with you.
Yes, I was the broom today.
Really?
Oh my goodness. We had real pickleballers come, and it's a different world.
Was it a round robin or something you just subbed in, or you had a team you were
No, it was just
connecting
playing
with?
with different folks, but it's a different world. You know,
I
these
bet.
people ought to be on TV. They shouldn't be up here playing with me. But it was fun. We had a full gym, and it's fun watching anybody do what you do or they do really well, right? You enjoy doing that, you know. So it was fun. It just makes you realize that I've been playing for a couple of years. Well, I've been playing like 6 weeks.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I was like, I will take all the coaching you have, please. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you tell me to do something that I'm not doing or do something different.
Well, I have yet to attempt to play pickleball.
But the good news is you are not on a scooter.
I'm not.
You're not on crutches.
Nope.
You're not in a boot.
No boot.
And you very seldom limp.
I know. I'm working on it.
And you're driving.
I'm driving myself again.
And one more. And he's got the cut now.
He
I do.
does.
Yeah, I'm like 10 pounds lighter now.
You did.
I feel like a new man this
the
week.
luscious
telling you.
locks are gone.
Yeah.
What prompted that, by the way?
I was just tired of dealing with it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Yeah. I need to get my hair cut. When you're consistent, are you like a once a month or
Yeah.
something like that?
The shorter it is, the more frequent you have to.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Yeah.
keep it, you know.
If you're going
at
to keep
the-
it short.
Keep it short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had some friends that would go once a week and get their hair cut.
Once a week?
Yeah. I've heard that too.
Man, I got more
They
money
want
than
to
I
keep
do.
it. Yeah, I was like, I can't afford that. To keep it that short and trimmed up like they wanted it. I was never that consistent with it.
I usually like mine the week after I get it cut.
Yeah.
That's usually when I like it.
It's too short that 1 week.
Yeah, and
it
then
just
it's-
doesn't feel like
So
the
if
same.
I'm
way.
doing something, I try to gauge the right growth time.
Yeah.
So, well, what are y'all doing for Thanksgiving? I mean, I know, you know, we're taking a little bit of time here to just say we're thankful for things and all that, but what is your traditions? I know we may have done this even before, but what are y'all doing this year that's within your normal scope? You do anything different?
Well, sort of. We did this last year, the last 2 years actually, because we usually spend Christmas with my family. We try to spend Thanksgiving with Elizabeth's family. So as y'all are listening to this, I am on my way to South Carolina to spend a few days with Elizabeth's family.
Sweet
Really, they don't care if I go. They just want me to, They don't care if I show up. They just want me to bring the baby.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the realities of parenthood.
Yeah, we're going to go spend a few days over in South Carolina and hang out and eat food and watch some football probably.
Yeah.
They're big Clemson fans. So, yeah.
I don't think we really have, outside of just a meal, I don't think we have that many traditions around Thanksgiving. We have gone to visit family sometimes. Don't think we're really going to do that this year. And now that the kids are getting older and doing their own things, it's different.
It is, yeah.
It's just totally different. So I'm just thankful. I've heard this before from some folks that have gone before me and said, you know, I'm just thankful when everybody can get together. And I know we won't all be able to get together, but quite a few of us will. So that's mainly what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, some of the same stuff. And we'll be firing up the smokers for the big cook. And
I forget what you do for, what do you smoke?
We're doing turkeys this year.
Turkey.
And actually, we've done the ham and stuff like that in the past, but this year we're going to do a turkey.
These are turkeys that you catch in the backyard. You know?
I wish.
You go into the grocery store and shoot it with a bow and arrow.
I shot this one with a bow and arrow at the Kroger. That would be, golly, they would have a fit.
Yeah, really.
You'd have the cops call.
Oh, yeah. That would be, that guy, that would crack me up when I saw that.
Yeah.
That TikTok made me laugh. I think a lot of people think that's what happens, you know. I'm going hunting, you know, just go get me a bag of chips. But yeah, so we're going to do that, do a big cook, and we're at that stage where the family comes to us now.
Yeah.
And so, you know, even the grandparents and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So It's just a little too much to do at their place now. But they get all the summertime stuff because of it being at the river.
Right.
They've got the great summertime setup. So we kind of handle the holidays. They handle the 4th of July and Memorial Day and stuff like that. So we'll have everybody over and it'll be fun. It'll be a good time to overeat and overwatch football. And
right.
I've said this before. Every American holiday is just an excuse to eat.
Make plans to get in shape after the first of the year. Do you have that yearly conversation?
Oh yeah, of course.
Man, after the first of the year, I'm just going to have to do something about all this. I want to get working out again. I want to have to do something. You got to do something.
And I guarantee the fitness industry knows it.
Oh yeah.
But that only lasts for so long.
Exactly.
Give it 2 months, maybe.
Well, everybody gets in there the first, they get their gym membership, they get all their new exercise clothes for Christmas. Right. They get in there and they work really hard for a few weeks or for a couple of weeks until the soreness really hits them. And then they're like, you know what? I don't like this. Yeah. I can't get out of bed.
But I think the holidays drive some of that because, you go spend time with family you maybe haven't seen in a while. And all of a sudden cousin Rudy they're a little trimmer than I am. I can't let that happen. Aunt Susie's looking good. I gotta get back in shape. So Aunt Susie isn't beating me at Christmas or for when we meet together at the lake this summer or whatever.
Yep.
I think there's some of that kind of pushes us.
That. A lot of it's guilt, though, because
Yeah,
there's a lot of food at the holidays.
That's true, too.
What is the average 5-pound gain, I think, isn't it?
At least.
I think
average for who?
I think it's everybody. It's a national average is a 5-pound gain for Thanksgiving.
I think my personal average is probably 10 to 15.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is, if I remember right.
So food is good, just in moderation.
That's right. Everything is good in moderation. Well, once.
Yeah.
That's what I tell kids. I was like, can we do that? Well, we can do it once. Can't promise it the second time will be anything, but you can do it once. Well, cool. Well, I am thankful for y'all. It's going to be a good Thanksgiving, and we have a lot of stuff coming up for Advent. Is going to be whipping up in here, and it's going to be a good holiday season here at Northside. We're going to have our 100th episode coming soon, so that's going to be exciting. So we're going to celebrate a lot this year.
Yeah,
so
excited.
Celebrate a lot.
Well, like you said, Glenn, there is a ton coming up in the next couple of months, really. And if y'all want to find out about everything that's going on, check out the website, check out the app, go to the events page. It's pretty much all there. There's a schedule on there of all the holiday events coming up. So make sure you stay up with all that so you don't miss anything.
Or hit the last episode of
Or hit the last
where we went through a
couple episodes and we'll go through the whole long list. But for this episode, we just want to wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving.
And just a family chat around the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're thankful for all of you listening as well.
We are.
It's a good reminder to be thankful, to take an attitude of gratefulness.
Mm-hmm.
I think, at least for myself, as I'm coming to the end of the year, I'm thinking through all the things that have happened this year. And it's been a lot. And it feels like we're just running and running and running, probably in circles most of the time. But I'm going to try and take some time, maybe some quiet time, hopefully, during the weekend to just think about the things I'm thankful for, grateful for, and appreciate the people around me and the people in my life. So encourage everybody to do that. It really does change your outlook on life if you can focus on the positive and not the negative. Not that it makes the negative go away, although sometimes the power of your mind and perspective can change that. I've heard plenty of stories that attest to that. But you generally will have a more enjoyable time of it if you can think on the positive instead of the negative. So I'm thankful for everybody listening and for this opportunity to keep sharing these conversations because for me, they're just fun.
Yeah. Yep. Well, guys, thanks for podcasting with me. And thanks to all of you out there in the world for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from us, you can follow us on Instagram at Northside Now Podcast. Go to our website, northsidejackson.com, or email us at podcast@northsidejackson.com. We hope to hear from you soon. Once again, this is Patrick.
This is Glenn.
I'm Kevin.
And that's what's happening at Northside Now.